The gun is pointing at my head. You ran away from me, Dante says. His voice is quiet. Too quiet. I'm on my knees in an old church outside the city. My hands are tied. My dress is dirty. I tried to escape yesterday, but his men found me at the train station this morning. Please, I whisper. I'm sorry. Sorry? He bends down and looks at me with cold, dark eyes. Your father owed me money. 600,000 euros. Do you know what I do to people who don't pay? I shake my head. I'm too scared to speak. They disappear. He stands up. But you're different. You're more valuable than money. My heart drops. We're going to England tonight, he says. You will marry me. And if you run again. He pauses. I won't come looking for you. I'll visit your mother instead. I feel sick. Do you understand me? Yes, I whisper. Good. Clean her up, he tells his men. We leave in 1 hour. My father destroyed my life during dinner. We were eating pasta when he said, Clarissa, we need to talk. I put down my fork. What did you do now? He looked at the table, not at me. I borrowed money. A lot of money. From who? Dante Moretti. I stopped breathing. Everyone in Italy knows that name. Dante Moretti. The Mafia boss. The man who makes people disappear. How much money? I asked. 600,000 euros. I stared at him. Are you crazy? I can't pay it back, he said quietly. So what happens now? My mother finally spoke. Her voice was calm. Too calm. He offered another way to clear the debt. I knew immediately. No. Marriage, my father said quickly. If you marry him, the debt is gone. No. I stood up so fast my chair fell over. You can't sell me like I'm a car. It's already done, my mother said. Your father agreed yesterday. Dante is coming tomorrow to take you. I looked at my father. He wouldn't look at me. Mama, please, I begged. You can't let this happen. I'm your daughter. Good daughters don't say no, she said coldly. This family needs you to do this. I tried everything. I cried. I begged. I even called my aunt, but she hung up when I said Dante's name. That night, I packed a bag and climbed out my window. I lasted 1 day before they caught me at the train station. 2 men in black suits grabbed me in the parking lot. That's how I ended up in that church with a gun pointed at me. I thought he would be old. Ugly. Mean-looking. But Dante Moretti was young. Maybe 32. Tall with dark hair and a perfect suit. He was handsome in a scary way. When he came to my house, he didn't even look at my father. The debt is cleared, he said coldly. Thank you, signore. Don't thank me. Dante's voice could cut ice. Then he looked at me. Get in the car. Not a hello. Not nice to meet you. Just get in the car like I was a package. I wanted to fight. To scream. But his men were everywhere, and I knew I had no choice. So I got in the car. The private plane was fancy. Leather seats. A bar. A huge bathroom. Dante sat across from me, working on his laptop. He didn't speak to me once during the flight. When I tried to talk, he held up one finger. Be quiet. When we landed in England, it was raining. A car took us to a huge house. No, not a house. A mansion. It looked like a castle with towers and gates and security cameras everywhere. You'll live here, Dante said. With my parents and grandmother. An old woman came outside. She was tiny with white hair, but she moved fast. Dante. She kissed his cheeks, then turned to me. Who is this beautiful girl? This is Clarissa, Dante said. My fiancé. Fiancé? The old woman smiled big. Finally. I'm Nana Rosa. Welcome, dear. She hugged me tight. She smelled like flowers and cookies. Dante nodded once and walked into the house without looking back. Nana Rosa took my arm. Don't worry about him. He's cold like a wall, but he's a good boy. Mostly. I wasn't sure about that. Dante's mother hated me immediately. Her name was Julia. She was beautiful and cold. She looked at me like I was dirt on her floor. So you're the debt girl, she said. Not nice to meet you. Just debt girl. My name is Clarissa, I said quietly. I'm sure it is. She turned away. Maria will show you your room. Dinner is at 8. Don't be late. Dante's father didn't even look at me. He just walked away. Only Nana Rosa was nice. She held my hand and whispered, don't mind them, dear. They're just angry because Dante didn't ask permission. Dante disappeared that first night. He went into his office and didn't come out. The next morning, he was gone completely. Business, the maid told me. He comes and goes. He didn't come back for 2 days. I walked around the huge house like a ghost. I ate alone. I slept in a guest room that felt like a prison. His mother watched me with mean eyes. His father ignored me. Only Nana Rosa talked to me. She taught me Italian words and made me laugh. Why did he bring me here? I asked her on the 3rd day. To keep you safe, she said. Safe from what? From his enemies. People who want to hurt him. By bringing you here, away from Italy, he protects you. I don't feel safe. I feel like a prisoner. She looked at me with kind eyes. Sometimes they're the same thing. On day 4, Dante came home. I heard his voice in the hallway. Loud. Angry. Giving orders in Italian. I stayed in my room. But around midnight, he knocked on my door. He didn't wait for me to answer. He just walked in. I sat up in bed, scared. Has anyone hurt you? He asked. What? No. My mother. My father. The staff. Anyone. No. Everyone has been cold. But not mean. He relaxed a little. Good. He turned to leave. Wait, I said. Can I ask you something? He stopped at the door. Why did you really take me? Was it just the debt? He was quiet for a long time. Then he said, I have enemies. Old rivals who want to hurt me. A wife shows strength. It shows I'm powerful enough to marry whoever I want. So I'm just a chess piece. Yes. He didn't try to make it sound nice. But I protect what's mine. If anyone in this house touches you, anyone hurts you, you tell me immediately. Why would they? Because they don't want you here. My mother wanted me to marry someone rich. My father wanted me to marry for power. You are. He paused. In their way. That's scary. It's the truth. If anyone touches you, anyone, I'll kill them. Do you understand? I nodded, too scared to speak. He left. I didn't sleep that night. Days went by slowly. Dante was gone a lot. When he was home, he stayed in his office for hours. I spent most of my time in the garden with Nana Rosa, reading books about crime families and Mafia history. It was interesting. And scary. But I couldn't stop reading. One evening, I saw him in the garden. Dante was kneeling next to purple flowers. And he was talking to them? I couldn't hear what he was saying, but his voice was soft. Gentle. Not cold like usual. I leaned forward to hear better. And fell right into a rose bush. Ow! I yelled, falling into the thorns. Dante's head snapped up. Our eyes met. His soft look disappeared. Now he looked angry that I was watching. I jumped up and ran. Clarissa. I didn't stop. My hand was bleeding from the thorns. My dress was ripped. I ran toward the house. But he was faster. He caught my arm and spun me around. Why were you spying on me? I wasn't. I stopped. I couldn't lie. He looked down at my hand. Blood was dripping on the ground. You're hurt. It's fine. No, it's not. His voice changed. Became softer. Come with me. He took me to his bedroom. It was the first time I'd seen it. It was big and dark. Wood and metal everywhere. Very masculine. He sat me on his bed and got a first aid kit. I can do it myself, I said. Be quiet. He knelt in front of me and took my hand. He cleaned the cuts very carefully. His hands were gentle. You shouldn't have been watching me, he said quietly. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You were just talking to the flowers. So it's surprising. For someone like you. Someone like me. A mafia boss. A criminal. Someone who threatens to kill people. His mouth almost smiled. You think I can't like flowers because I'm violent? I don't know what to think about you. He finished wrapping my hand, but he didn't let go. His thumb rubbed my knuckles gently. Good, he said, looking at me. Keep it that way. Why? Because when you think you understand me, that's when you'll get hurt. He stood up fast, like he was scared to be too close to me. Get some rest. And next time you want to spy on me. He almost smiled. Try not to fall in a bush. You're loud. I left his room with my heart beating fast. For the first time since I got here, I felt something new. Curiosity. Maybe even interest. After that night, things changed a little. When Dante came home, he would find me in the garden. Sometimes he would sit nearby, working on his phone. Sometimes he would ask me questions. Small questions. What are you reading? Do you like England? Are you comfortable? They were small. But they felt important. I started to notice things about him. How he always checked if I'd eaten. How my room was in the safest part of the house. How he would stop in doorways and watch me with a look I couldn't understand. Once, I heard him laugh at something Nana Rosa said to me. Actually laugh. It changed his whole face. I was in trouble. Because I was starting to see him as a person, not a monster. And that was dangerous. 3 weeks later, Dante left for Milan. Business, he said. I'll be back in 4 days. Those 4 days felt like forever. On the third night, I couldn't sleep. I went to the kitchen for tea. That's when I heard Dante's father talking on the phone in his office. The door was open a little bit. Just put a little in his drink, Luca said quietly. He won't notice. That girl has made him weak. It's time. My blood went cold. They were going to poison Dante. His own father was going to kill him. I ran to my room and grabbed my phone. I called Dante's number. It rang and rang. No answer. I called again. Nothing. Panic filled my chest. I didn't think. I just moved. I grabbed my coat and the credit card Nana Rosa had secretly given me. I snuck out the back door and called a car. Where to? The driver asked. I gave him the address of Dante's office in Milan. I'd seen it on papers in the house. That's 2 hours away, miss. Please. Just drive. It's an emergency. I ran into the office building like a crazy person. Security shouted at me, but I didn't stop. I found Dante's assistant, Marco, in the lobby. I need to see Dante, I said, breathing hard. It's urgent. His father is going to poison him. I heard him on the phone planning it. Marco's eyes went wide. He grabbed his phone and called someone, speaking fast in Italian. Seconds later, Dante appeared at the top of the stairs. Clarissa? He looked shocked. How did you? Your father, I said, trying to catch my breath. He's planning to poison you. I heard him on the phone. You have to. The room started spinning. I'd been so scared, so rushed, I hadn't slept or eaten. Everything went black. The last thing I saw was Dante running toward me. I woke up in a hotel room. Soft bed. The smell of coffee. Dante was sitting in a chair by the window, watching me. You drove 2 hours, he said slowly, to warn me. Your father is being handled. His voice was ice. You should have stayed safe at home. You weren't answering your phone. So you risked your life? Yes. Silence. He stood up and walked to me. For the first time since I met him, Dante looked at me differently. Like I was real. Like I mattered. Why? He whispered. Because. I swallowed. Because you don't deserve to die. His hand touched my face gently. You're not just property anymore, Clarissa. Then what am I? Mine, he said. But different now. 6 months later. My father's debt was erased. Dante paid it all, though he never told me how. We don't live at the big house anymore. We have our own place now. Still in England. Still protected. But it's ours. Dante still works a lot. Still comes home smelling like danger. But now he brings me flowers from the garden. Now he sits with me in the evenings and reads next to me. Last month, we went to a big party. A gala with rich people and important families. Another Mafia boss looked at me and said to Dante, how much did she cost you? Dante smiled. But it wasn't a nice smile. More than your life is worth. The man turned pale and walked away fast. Dante took my hand and led me to the dance floor. His hand held mine tight. Protective. Possessive. Are you still scared of me? He asked quietly. I looked up at the man who once pointed a gun at my head. The man who threatened to kill anyone who hurt me. The man who talks to flowers in the garden. Yes, I said honestly. Terrified. He smiled. A real smile. Good, he said. That means you're still alive. And I smiled back. Because being terrified and being loved aren't always different things. Not in his world. Not in mine anymore either.